moment of clarity often occurs during or after a painful situation, such as a near-death experience, trauma, and feeling a loss. When you experience these realizations, you can't ignore them because they hold the answers you're looking for. This podcast will discuss those things. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of Moment of Clarity, man. It's your host, Cito Blanquito. Never miss a free throw, live and direct. I got now, don't care who got next.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't been this zen in a long time. I'm like probably 3 days into my extra activities fast. You know what I'm saying? So that's extracurricular activities fast. So that's, you know what I'm saying?
No more crack.
That's no more crack.
I get it now.
I ain't never smoked crack. I never smoked crack a day in my life.
Put that on camera.
I don't know.
No, I've never smoked crack a day in my life. Never. I took Molly one time and I will never do it again.
Definitely pop the E-pill.
Ain't that crack?
Pop it. Yeah.
Nah, that was an accident. That wasn't an E-pill.
You can say y'all did crack by accident.
That was Nemo?
Yeah, I drank Nemo.
You drank Nemo before?
Yeah,
that shit put you in a different.
I was there for that because I did it too.
You did it too?
Yes.
Oh,
we ain't know Nemo.
We was 15. We were 15.
Nemo was ecstasy.
We was 15 in a party. Niggas had mad shirts off. I ain't know why niggas had shirts off. I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, why all these niggas got their shirt off? I was like, no. We just thought it was South Bronx niggas. You feel me? We thought, all right, just as a little disclaimer, when I was younger, we just literally, shout out to my South Bronx niggas, but you guys are different. So I just thought y'all was being different in y'all, because I'm in y'all parties. You know what I'm saying? I'm in y'all parties. So I'm not even about to judge y'all, because if y'all was in our parties, y'all was like, oh, that's y'all.
That's what y'all dip on.
That's what y'all, so I'm just thinking upon that. No shirt in our party. So me and, my brother Brisso, shouts out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my boy Scotty. You feel me? Scotty, he invites us to this party. And, he's like, y'all niggas need something to drink? I said, yeah, hell yeah. You feel me? I'm 15. So when a nigga act, you know what I'm saying? I'm chubby at the time. So, we like, nigga, yeah, give me some juice, nigga, the hobo. Like, so the hobo, nigga pops out the Hawaiian punch. But I didn't know it's a full bottle, bro. Like, bro, you get me? Like a full cold bottle of Hawaiian punch, bro.
So we thinking like it's like a nutcracker. Like
how y'all sealed it again?
Nutcracker.
Like they sealed it though. Like how they sealed it again?
Yeah, because the shit definitely had the Tampa evidence joint.
Yeah,
on it.
how
you know when you
open
this shit and you
for you to seal it again is crazy.
Yeah, like how they did. So I thought that was Hawaiian punch.
Alibaba was popping back then too, bro. You never know, bro. Niggas
bro,
have to reseal, bro.
But I'm 15. I don't know none of these things.
15 is like 21, bro.
In certain drugs, weed. I'm Jamaican. You gotta remember, nigga. I'm Jamaican. I'm dealing with South Bronx, like 15. I'm Jamaican 15, like uptown
15,
weed,
uptown
red stripe.
15.
You know what I mean? Like beer at like 12. You know what I mean? Niggas give you the beer at 5 and shit. Try it.
That happened to me one time when I went to like Rough Buff Pause.
All right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all them jungle juices and stuff.
Yeah, you get me saying? Like jungle juice.
You gotta learn that it's like.
You mean rum punch, nigga?
Yes. Like you think it's rum punch, gonna find out there's a lot of bunch of stuff that they put in there that you don't condone.
So I even know,
I think at a very, very early age, I realized that I'm only bringing my extracurricular activities to function my own. Right. I'm bringing my own stuff.
Yeah, because that night was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
like it's because then
I sipped the Nemo and I turned into a South Bronx nigga.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, like we took our shirt off. We was like, oh, I get it. Like
I'm like. Niggas felt like Trinidad James.
Like I get it. Like
go.
I'm like I took my shirt off too, and I ain't gonna lie. Like then it started getting wacky in there because luckily I was like, yo, bro. Because how it happens, like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling hot, bro. Yeah, he's on something like, yo, me too, gang. And like you gotta understand, like it's summertime, so.
Me Too gang is funny because
it's summertime.
Because you needed the confirmation.
Yeah,
that
like
she wasn't bugging.
Me and this nigga kind of had that confirmation. Our mans and them pulled up with it, been left, so we in there dolo like too deep with like South Bronx homies, like off Nemo.
Yeah. That was
half shirtless.
Nemo, it has ecstasy in it.
Then we see the nigga like this is where it got real crazy. I was like, yo, me and my son Briss, like we really looking, and I'm like, yo, wait, I'm like, nah, let me throw my shirt back on. I can't be a part of this. Then I look over there, I see some nigga with his pants off, like my son dubbing on his pants, like dubbing, fitted to the back. You already know gray brims, fitted to the back. My son is just like dubbing some shorty. She has no clue because she's off the Nemo, like so, like she don't have no clue. She's grinding on this man's boxes, like his pants. You already know it's Tavanides, so you know what I'm saying. And niggas already sagging, so it's like it ain't really.
I can hold you. That is wild.
I painted the picture, so who know what I'm talking about.
That was a whole era. The message is join me on the fast. Okay,
don't drink random Hawaiian punch from South Bronx niggas, bro.
Hawaiian punch in South Bronx. That's the real message.
That's a real
He's
message.
on the fast, but don't do that.
Don't do none of that shit because that's not the way to go.
Nah.
Yeah, I was just looking for a moment of clarity, but it reminded me of my drug days. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, but you can't know where you're going until you know you've been.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
And in those aspects, you got to understand, like, yo, those experiences make you look in people and say, like, you ever just look at little niggas now and just be like, yo, bro, just don't do that.
Yeah.
They be like, why? It's like, look at my face. Do you think I got to tell you why? Because I'm telling you, just don't do it. If you want to go experience it, then go experience it. But sometimes, you know, you don't need to bump your head, like, whatsoever. Like, you always heard, like, people learn lessons before you for a reason.
Yeah, that's
just take the notes, bro. Yeah. Just take the notes.
You know what it is though, bro? It's that young nigga saying, man, fuck you, old man. It's like that moment. Like, you just always have that moment when someone tell you something. Wow. Like, it's like, yo, cause I be looking at these young niggas, man. I be wanting to tell them to chill, but I'm like, they gonna curse me out. I'm gonna get dumb mad. Like, I like,
yo,
like,
bro,
that's why I choose. I be picking to choose with young niggas. Like, if there's a young niggas that look like they parents bought the J's for them, I'm like, if they want, I'm talking to them. But if the ones that like, nah, you bought those J's yourself,
you gonna leave them alone?
Yeah, you bought that Montclair. I can't tell you nothing because you like, I can't tell you 16 with a Montclair. Nigga, I couldn't buy that. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. 16 with a Clear that you bought is crazy. With a Clear,
I can't tell that young man nothing. You can't tell that nigga nothing.
Nah, that's a whole different other space in life.
He's like, what the fuck you talking about? Like as soon as that energy come up, dumb bad after that. Like, oh fuck.
I don't know. Like, I think like. I used to violate old niggas. I'm not gonna
come on. Like, I used to violate.
Like, I used to really walk around this world and ask people how many years away from 30 they were, and then like depending on how many years you were, the more I give a countdown of your life is over. Bro.
Damn.
Like, I used to really violate to a point. I remember Alistair?
Yeah,
we all remember Alistair.
Oh
man,
my god.
All right, nah, go ahead, please.
We're not gonna go into.
Nah, we're not gonna bring that story up.
Yo, that story is crazy.
We don't leave that alone. That's like
we always.
That's like a hidden. That's a blooper story. If you guys catch it somehow on the cameras, yeah. But you gotta talk about that.
Oh man, yo, do y'all still rap with him? You guys still fuck with him?
I don't really talk to Alistair that well. I hope he over there doing well.
Yeah, shouts out to Ali, man.
Ali, I hope you're doing well in life. I hope everything is okay. You know, he's an interesting individual.
Yeah, different you, man. Different
in that aspect.
Yeah, my fault. Individual is
he's very individual.
Nah, he's very yo.
That's like America's
shout out
idea.
To the people that are just very individual,
like enforces it though.
Yeah, like you just yourself.
Even though
and
like
you just need to be with yourself.
Guys,
and those men.
Let y'all know that individual is code for weird.
Nah. Listen, everybody.
In this instance,
everybody got their own weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say this all the time. People talk about like this introverts and people that are weird and wacky, and I feel like we use those words out of context until you get around real niggas that you like.
This nigga trying to smooth it over, yo.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, I'm not smooth that. Listen,
yo,
that nigga weird, but it's all good. We fuck with him. I don't fuck with him.
He don't, because he tried to beat him up on a bus. He tried to beat him up on a Sprinter bus.
You too, though.
That we was driving through from Atlanta, and they thought we was the Black Ink Crew.
But you too, though. Like, you too, though. Like, you was like, don't let me pull it over. You said, don't let me pull the bus over. Like, you had that dad energy.
I'm going to keep it funky with you.
You definitely had that dad.
I said, don't let me pull the bus over because I know you was going to fight him.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's why.
That's crazy. He was there. You see his man's face. He got dumb. We was all about to beat him up in there. At different occasions.
The crazy shit is, it started because the nigga blamed me for stealing something.
That you didn't steal.
Chuck got at him, like, you know what I mean?
Yo, let's talk about what he blamed him for real quick. And stealing though, what he blamed him for stealing.
Nigga tried to blame
it was a camera lens kit for the iPhone. And it gave a little figurine this tiny.
He tried to blame me, a big grown 27-year-old.
That he bought at Walmart, I think.
Yeah.
For stealing an iPhone camera kit.
Yeah,
like, it was like some $8 shit.
But before we get too deep in there, what was you about to say before we got get there? My bad, man.
Yeah,
let's get back on topic.
Let's get carried away.
Let's talk. Let's go. What are we talking about?
Because but we here, bro. We here.
Just know we almost beat him up, but we love him though.
Nah, we love him no matter what though. It's funny though. Okay, what I was saying with the Alex was about to. One day he was about to. Now if I'm never gonna put that in the universe. One day he allegedly thought he was going to get me jumped because.
Oh my God.
No. Because one day, bro, like he put up on the block and like, you know, I have a very loud voice.
Yes.
So he put up on the block and he's sitting there like, yeah, you know, I'm nice. I'm living my job. I got my little nurse job. I'm 30 something. I said, yo, bro, you what? He like, I'm 33. I said, you, bro, you finished, nigga. I said, yo, get up out of here, bro. Like, I said, if you 30, don't be around the man's there, bro. Go figure your life out, bro. And he was just like, yo, what? And he got, but like, now that I'm 30, it's some change. And I understand how that could feel.
I don't care. Nah, get out of here.
Yo, he felt,
told a nigga he's finished.
Yo, I told him he's finished, bro.
Funny.
I said, yo, pack that up, bro.
That's why I chill niggas my age, bro.
It's
I
crazy
cannot
because
hang with young niggas. They tell me that I'm knocking all them out.
nah, because like, trust me, it gets to a point.
Getting it on all day, bro.
This is a moment of clarity of me understanding that it's like, there's a ratio of age, what you've done in your life, that to understands the ratio of you done or not.
Oh my God.
I think I was watching the interview earlier and everybody's like, yo, when you growing up in certain areas, you see failure every day. So, you know, people try to find different levels of little small successes to kind of feel like they doing something. And it sucks that it's kind of like in the hood, it's almost like hit or miss.
Right.
It's kind of like, nigga, either you run around the Lambo you with the bus down on, or you got some crazy crib with some fancy kids, or it's like you're nothing. And I don't like, there's a middle ground. There's a certain middle ground, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my niggas out there that's nurses and do whatever they doing and making their money and take care of their responsibilities.
Schmooly,
do what you got to do. In that moment, in that time, he felt a certain way because, you know, I used to violate in those. And I think my karma's coming back. That's why I don't stop young niggas too much when I see them doing certain things. Because the last thing I need to hear is like, yo, bro, pack that shit up and you finish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm definitely ping-ponging. I don't give a... Bro, we fighting.
Yo, it's a...
I fight, bro, because they my height too. Them young niggas my height.
Yo, but after a while, you gotta start to realize too is how does the cycle keep repeating itself? In the sense of like, I feel like even when I was younger, I heard the OGs don't talk to the young bucks enough, and then now we get into the stage where it's like the same thing is happening, and it's like when you're young, a part of you just don't listen. Like you're just not gonna listen, or you feel like the person speaking to you has to show you that they've done something, and I think it's kind of wrong that. There's a lot of people that have made money that aren't good people.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times young bucks on your young bulls, they be looking at people like, if you can't teach me anything if it's not financial. And I think that we lack a lot of emotional and mental integrity and wisdom because we naturally only want to hear from people that we feel like did good in a capitalistic society. When it's kind of like, I'm trying to make sure your soul is clean. And he like, nah, I need a bag.
That's the habitus that we live in, man. That's just the habitus, like.
You know, and but when I look at that age too, it's just kind of like some of that wisdom I wasn't trying to hear. Like, I'm really, like, growing up, did you feel like y'all had that whole, like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna make it to a certain age shit, so I might as well just live it up? Like, was it that? Like, was it?
Nah. I don't think I ever had that. I feel like I'm having that now. It's weird.
Expand on that. What you mean? Like, you feel like it's more just kind of like live today? Live today because
like
tomorrow ain't gonna be.
I'm feeling like that now. I didn't feel like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was like mad studious of like things that I wanted to do, like, you know what I'm saying, like when I like got into like, you know, music production, like I literally was just like in the crib, like, you feel me, like on some hermit shit, just learning as much production shit as I could. I was not living by any means whatsoever, like, you feel me, like, so it's like now I'm breaking out of that shell like as an adult, and I'm like, yo, like, you feel me,
you could,
let's live it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not being a hermit again. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, that's real.
Yeah.
So you feel okay? And won't you so goal driven that it was just kind of like you just thinking about that moment, getting to that space, getting to that next. Okay,
absolutely.
What about you?
What's the question again?
Do you feel like you had that whole like, yo, I gotta like, I'm not gonna make it to 21, so I'm gonna get it now. Like I think there's so many subgroup topics or narratives that are painted on the hood, or like low income areas or just certain urban areas that pisses me off. Cause it's kind of like, yo, it's like 5 movies. You know, they say 7 ways to tell a story. Yeah. It's like, there's really way more stories in the world than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like so many stuff gets painted on you had to do what you had to do to get it. Like a lot of people in the hood got money though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like was good. Like you wasn't, or was, like you knew your next meal was gonna come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
Yeah, I never had that moment. And I think the only reason I never had that moment is because I was like, I never really like certain shit niggas took serious back then, like especially on some street shit. I'm like, nigga, we're like 16, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. You mean like live now? I don't know if I'm making 21, nigga. I ain't do nothing that crazy, nigga. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just wearing J's, like getting flea, fucking with the bitches. Like, I'm not doing anything like detrimental to my health to even think that. Like, I'm not outside that deep in the gang shit, because I was gangbanging. But I was like also artistic as well. Like, you know, I was also into the arts as well. You know, photography, music, and all those things. I watch anime too. So I was like, I was in another world. I was in multiple worlds to kind of let me understand that, like, yo, there's way more in life to live for. Like, there's way more experiences out there that I want to see instead of just like living it up till I die. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna turn 21. I feel like that's like a limit. It's like niggas just put a limit on their life because they just have they just got limited thinking. They ain't seen nothing, so they just like, oh, well, I'm gonna just live it up to 20. Because like, you know,
it is easy to become incredibly like short minded.
Yeah, like in the hood, like if you're just doing excessive things just in one place. So you see, I'm doing things everywhere, so I kind of understand like, oh well, yeah. That's what kind of took me out of the hood because I realized like, oh nah, that's a detrimental place to be at because I'm not really doing nothing. I'm not really doing anything of substance. In that space, of course, I would think, oh, let me live it up till I die, because I'm not really doing nothing that's like adding on to my like soul or making me feel good to want to live longer. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, because I was
like, yo, sidebar, ask a nigga that was like, you know, probably was wilding back then, that picked up music now. And I guarantee he's gonna say, yo, nah, bro, the music should save me. Like, that's why these niggas be saying that. Because it's like, yo, they finally found a purpose. Like, because at the end, it's because niggas didn't have no purpose.
In that. But,
you know what I'm saying?
For one point, I think there's not a lot of things that I think allow you to show you your purpose or give you enough room to grow into a purpose. But then I think, secondly, art saving people needs more credit or needs to be flourished more. Like, I think that's why some people talk about the programs and the after school and things of that sort, because it's like your art really gives a different lens on just like what life looks like. Like we were talking about before the show, like so many people are so caught in a certain mind frame of existing because they don't know there's more, not just from a physical standpoint, but from a spiritual or emotional standpoint. Right. It's like I've grown up and I know people that never left the Bronx. Like stayed in the Bronx, and it's like, yo, bro, like, yo, we all got a Metro card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we all got a Metro card. We all had accessibility. Like, I think traveling has showed me that, yes, we have this New York is a crazy place, and there's a lot of stuff has happened. But, like, I've been to places where, like, legit is really nothing. Like, I've been to Baltimore where I'm just like, yo, bro, like, hold on. Like, there's really no way out. Like, you know how we can even have a bus? Yeah, facts. It may take an hour and a half, but you in Times Square. Facts, you may hate it. You may see the tourists. You may hate all this. You may be getting off your job. But it's kind of like, yo, I think at like 18 years old, I might have been making more money than grown men that's 40 in a lot of places in this country simply because of where I was born. Yeah. And I think a lot of times the mental slavery or the mental chains kind of keep you in these places more than the actual physical ones, right? To a certain extent.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, yeah, because I think it's something about black boys in our dreams. Like it's almost like we look at practicality as selling out, or we may look at taking it step by step as an aspect of like, maybe I'm not him. And I had to learn that more and more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be him. Like, it's almost
gotta put that back in my bio. I'm him.
No, I'm him, bro. I like it, but I also like, I don't know. I think
hate it, actually.
I think everything's out of taken out of context.
That was never in my bio, by the way. That's never in my bio.
I don't know. I think a lot of things, like, I always ask people, like, yo, when you do these things, are you trying to prove to me or are you trying to prove to yourself? Like, when you really look at the whole world, it's like, all right, if the whole world is simply just a mirror and everything somebody's doing to you, somebody either done to them or that's a viewpoint of how they view themselves, it makes you see things just a tad bit differently. And at times, I just feel like, yo, I might have been scared of 30 so much, I projected it on Alistair.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
Yo, that's tough. Like when you start looking at it, like, yo, like some of the young bucks may be so scared of what the future may look like, they project that fear onto the old head, like, I'll never be you.
Yeah.
So they kind of live every single day to the fullest until you realize that's how you become somebody like that. In the sense of, if you don't work towards what tomorrow's going to look like, today is always going to look...
practice any self-discipline or practicality, then you will look like this person that you are. Wow, that's incredibly deep.
Yo, because everybody doesn't want to be something, but they never want to be it. Like, everybody got to know.
Say that one more time.
No, everybody wants to be something, but they never want to be it. Like, everybody has the know. Everybody knows what they don't want to be, but nobody knows what they want to be. And you know the difference. Because remember we talking about the day we was working out?
Yeah.
And my language with myself has been horrible. And we working out and shit, and I'm just like, damn, I can't do this. I can't do this. And Chris go to me like, yo, watch how you talk to yourself. heavy on the talk to me nicely.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, we look at the rest of the world like talk to me nicely, but do you talk to yourself nicely?
Right. Yeah,
and in that moment, I was like, yo, bro, I haven't been talking to myself nicely for about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Just simply in that. And then what I went and did, I actually did it.
Yeah.
And you learn to yourself, like, you could actually go and do it.
You literally did it after after I told you that.
Literally, it's just so it goes to the space of like the people that believe they can and the people that can't
are both right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So to tie it back together in the sense of just like, and when I say black boys and their dreams, yes, everybody has dreams, but I think there's a moment where it's like we view one of my favorite quotes is that, yo, fuck every parent that told their kid to take an MCA test. But it's kind of like, yo, were they really wrong?
That was a quote?
Who
said that?
Me, that's one of my quotes.
That's one of your quotes.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Yo, fuck every parent that told their kid to take an MTA test.
Whoa. I mean, ain't nobody ever told me to take an MTA test, but that's crazy.
Yo, because I used to view certain people that'd be like, yo, don't follow your dreams and don't do those things as like wrong. Or kind of like, yo, how you gonna make somebody go do that when you know what God put them on this earth for? But I had to get to a space that there's a balance in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like there's a real balance in it. It's almost kind of like, it's the same feeling of like, how many we've been in school and how many people pull up like, yo, there's only a certain amount of jobs in the NBA, only a certain amount of rappers, only a certain amount of things. But it's like, yo, there's so many other things to do.
So many other
like,
things.
there's so many, like, if a kid knew he could be a doctor, really, really, practically a doctor at 10, and he stopped trying to like play ball all the way through, it'll be easier than when you get to 21 and now you got nightmares because you put a bow on a Land Rover so your mom could be happy. Like, it's a weird kind of dynamic of like, do you think we lack practicality as men in this society, or especially black men in the hood?
Can you define practicality before I answer that question?
Okay, I would say, do we being more practical in the sense of like, yeah, I'm gonna get to this space, but it may take me 10 years instead of 3 months. Okay. Or it may take me. Do we not trust the process in that aspect? Like, do we feel like our backs against the wall so much that we have to
take these enormous steps?
Yes, we have to take these now. We have to take these enormous steps and take these enormous risks and do these things that speed up the process so much because time is of an essence.
Right.
When in all reality, it's like, yo, bro, like if you went and got your degree and then worked that job and then kept building your music to that aspect.
Say the question one more time.
So do you feel like we lack a certain level of practicality in urban areas as being young black men to accomplish our dreams?
Yes. And I can speak to that myself. I remember like as like a kid, like my pops like telling me like, yo, like, you feel me? Like, yo, creativity is always gonna be there. Like, you can always like come back to create, but you should like do something practical. He didn't say it in those particular words, but you should do something practical, you know what I'm saying? Because once you have the practical foundation, you can fund that creative dream that you have. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, okay, nigga.
You
like,
bugging, bro.
Like, you feel me? Like
you don't know what I got. Like,
I need this studio equipment right the fuck now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get it how I get it. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? I've done some things
to get it how you get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you feel me? So, you know, definitely I can definitely say yes to that from my own experiences. So yeah, the answer to your question is yes. I definitely do think that we do lack the sense of practicality as a means to like achieving our dreams or our, you know, the things that we want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely do think that, you know what I'm saying? Because I personally, have lacked practicality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now as an adult, I'm like, all right, well, you feel me? Like, yo, like, I could, like, you feel me? I could stack for, you feel me? Like, you feel me, a year to get this particular thing that I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me, I could do that now.
No rush. Yeah. We disguise it as adulting or, you know, like managing or budgeting our time and emotions in different spaces. But
it's definitely us, like, agreeing with the thing that we disagreed with so much as kids, which is, you feel me, like, yo, like, just, you feel me, take it slow, like, take it easy, you feel me, like, be practical, you know what I'm saying? Like,
have you on the drive slow, homie, like
definitely was... Yeah, 2 years I was doing some wacky shit. I like I said, I ain't gonna speak on it.
Yo, it's to a certain space. You feel like there's certain aspects where I feel like I've burned out. And I'm like, yo, I'm too old to feel like I've burned out in certain moments in life. Like, I get around people that I think have been more practical in their life, and I see them on the party and do certain things way more now. And I'm like, I feel like I'd be acting like a 50-year-old man in a sense of partying. And I'm like, yo, bro, I did that. I did that. I did this. I did that. I did that. And it's like, I don't like, a part of me feels like, did I rush to live life so fast? And then now I'm trying to play catch up and everything else. When it's kind of like, if I'd have just like had a well-balanced breakfast and lunch and dinner, then everything would have worked in the manner in which it was supposed to work.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, definitely. And I feel like I have some friends who like were encouraged and taught, like, you know what I'm saying, and actually acted on being practical. And I'm like, wow, look at them. Look at where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? And not in like a, you know, like an envious comparison kind of way, but just like, wow, like, you feel me? Like, imagine had I done that, you know what I'm saying? But even in that same breath of imagine had I done that, it's still inspirational now
to see
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for sure. I think for sure. I think one of the quotes that hit me more than anything is like, don't overestimate what you could do in a year, but don't underestimate what you could do in 10 years.
10 years, right? Absolutely.
Like,
that's deep.
Yeah, because
it's
it's
deep as fuck.
Like,
that's deeper than the Pacific Ocean.
Yo, bro, you ever had to sit down and like write a plan, bro?
No.
Yo, bro.
He said,
I never had to do it.
I'm laughing because, bro, that shit is hard as hell, bro. I still struggle with planning to this day. Shit. Like a schedule.
I could plan about 3 days in advance. That's
like, I know people like, one of my bros, Steven, like, legit, like, he got 30 days planned out. And it's not even just on some, like, just work. It's like, nah, go check on mom this day.
Yeah.
Go link this, my friends this day. Event this day. 2 hours to get ready this time. Like, he really manages his life. And a part of me feels like that's very robotic.
It is.
But when I start seeing the amount of time that just seeps through the cracks, it makes me wonder, like, yo, do I have to be better at planning just like my life? Like, just because time is precious.
Yeah. I think, like, I don't know. Because I still get shit done. Like, I don't plan nothing. I just, like, a lot of times I kind of just, like, and not saying I've planned things before, but I've never had to do it. Like, I never felt like I had to. I just decided to just add it to my, like, repertoire of things I know how to do. But for me, I feel like, I don't know. For me, I always look at it like, I made it this far. Like, I've done so much. I've got so much accomplished, still getting things accomplished, and I've never wrote it down. I've kind of just like, I don't know, I just do it. Like, I just kind of like, all right, let me just go do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that is. It's like, and like, yo, maybe, yeah, you know, they say write it down, and, you know, it'll you know, if you write it down, you know, you won't, I don't really forget things. Like, I kind of just, because, like, I live a life where it constantly reminds me what I need to do. So I feel like planning for me will just be putting me in an anxious state a lot of times. Because I'm reading it, like, cause I'm like, oh man, I got to catch up to it. Versus it just being a part of just like part of my process to do these things. Where it's like, this is like a part, like, I wake up, go to work, save my bread because I have to. Like, get these things done because I have to do it.
I'm personally a little bit different. I definitely remember things when I write them down.
Yeah.
And I definitely am a lot more productive when I write things down. But I have phases where, like, I'm not writing things down. And when I'm in those phases where I'm not writing things down, it's like, yo, life be, like, sending me on, like, you feel me? Like, it's like life be sending me about everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't write it down and, like, you feel me, figure it out, then I'll be doing a bunch of fuck shit that has nothing to do with anything I'm trying to do.
Actually get done.
Like,
nothing.
But that's just me personally.
Yeah, because I feel like, for me, like, my life has a certain limit. It has certain limitations on it. Like, so I know there's things I can't just, like, go do. Like, I have to do what I got to do to even enjoy saying life could just take me on random adventures.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? For me to say, all right, let me just get on a plane and go do this.
Like,
yeah. And that's just being real. It's like, for me, it's like, I'm aware of my, like, personal situation so much now. Like, that is, and not saying, like I said, planning isn't, because I, you know, like I said, I started adding planning to my repertoire. But that's because I felt like, let me just add a skill. Like, let me not say I can't do it. Let me not say I don't do it. Let me say, let me try it.
And let me also annex onto what you're saying real quick. With planning, like, so I've like I said, I've had phases where I planned and where I don't plan. And when I initially thought to myself, yo, I should start planning things, I had this mind frame where I was like, yo, I need to like plan like 10 days or 30 days in advance. And I'm like now in retrospect, I'm like, yo, you're not a professional planner. Like
that's not your that's not your bot. Like you're not a professional planner.
Let's try just 5 hours in advance. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. Like, let's start with what you're gonna do in the next 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, and gradually work our way up to like, because that's the thing, when we do discover this like world of, yo, we should start planning things. You know what I'm saying? And like, you feel me, to be more productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? For instance, perfect example. There's this website or application called Monday.
Yes, I heard about that.
Monday.com. Mm-hmm. I signed up for it one time and I was like, yo, I'm gonna plan everything out. I planned a month straight. Nigga, didn't do none of that shit. Because I'm not a professional planner.
Like,
I've never done that. I've never planned for 30 days in advance. You feel me? So I probably should have started small. Like, all right, bet, you know what? Let me plan what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And then execute that. And then build your way up. And then do that for like a week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then execute that. You know what I'm saying? And then next week, you feel me? Maybe let's do 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You know what I'm saying? But like trying to like plan like a year in advance, you feel me, for the first time is crazy.
No, it is.
I plan on spot. So like whatever activity I want to do, I just plan that. Like, so if I'm about to shoot a vid or photography, I just start writing down what I'm gonna do for like that exact moment when I'm doing it. Okay, right. You know, but I don't.
That's a short term plan. I said, jotting those down.
Yeah. So those are that's most so what I do now.
Like an outline or itinerary of what's about to take place.
But versus on some like what I'm doing with my like say if I plan a week. I'm not saying I can't do those things because like I said, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I wouldn't say it's bad, but like I said, I realize that because I'm seeing what I have to do, it creates more
creates anxiety
versus me knowing what I have to do. So it's like when I see it now, it's like God damn, bro. Like I kind of get a little anxious.
Yo, to that point, like
you know what I'm saying?
The seeing it used to give me a form of anxiety, and it still does. But then I guess it's the balance of the anxiety of dang, I have to do this, or the regret of like, damn, I forgot to do that.
Yeah. Right.
So it's almost kind of like which feeling starts to mess with me more.
And I think it's seeing it for me. Because having to do it is because I have to do it though. Like,
are you saying?
So it's like because I know if I don't do it, like for instance, me, bro, like I know like yo, if I touch the pot that burned, I'm not touching it again. So it's which is the amount of times that like for instance, I ain't watched it. Like for instance, like I'll get up in the morning, I'm like, all right, sweep my room,
which is routine. Routine. Yeah. Routine is important.
Do those things. So like I make sure like it's kind of hard. Like it's hard to explain, but like those things, like for instance, like if I have something important to do, like say for instance, I have to go look about getting my ID. By the way, I got my ID.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Big
so I got my ID, so I'm about to do. But it's like those things where like I wouldn't say I wrote it down. I just was like, I gotta get my ID.
Feel like you can,
like I gotta get my ID. All right, I gotta get my GED.
Yes,
like I gotta get all these things done. Like because there's so much things in my life that reminds me to do it. But it's kind of like autopilot. Now, like when it comes to my art,
it's one of those you probably gave them things to lift it up.
Oh,
no.
When it comes to like,
my fault. Cash, pass you one of these.
I've been living practical kind of for like.
One that's on the floor. The stand. He can put his phone.
Oh, is that what that is?
It's not. It's for this, but you go ahead.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I've been kind of living practical for the past 3 years now. So,
cause my thing is that I
think it comes from the fact that I wasn't. Most of my life. I wasn't like practical ever.
Okay,
like,
so
it's like an innate ability to just like do what I have to do. Like, because if I don't, I still feel like if I don't, like it's done for me. It's clipped.
No, which is a real feeling. I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Nigga said, you're finished.
Yeah,
Yo,
exactly. You feel me? That, and finish in mad ways because like I said,
Mortal Kombat destroyed us, bro. Finish him, bro. Like you him,
You know?
like now you him and now you finish.
Damn.
It's like, yo,
It's crazy.
Like it's a whole different other.
So it's just, but that's what I'm saying. I started planning more, and I will admit that even though it's something that I don't do in excess, it is a part of my routine now.
To kind of,
it's a 1% improve that I started taking.
Because naturally I'm learning the routine aspect and the planning.
Yeah.
The question I was gonna say before, and you don't gotta answer it now. Yeah. There's a question that we brought up before, and I constantly deal with. Yeah. One of my mans hit me with this shit. He's like, "Yo, I've been on Earth for 32 years, and with everything God has given you, do you feel like you capitalized on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think the ROI is up? Do you think that you did what you were supposed to do?" I hate that word "supposed to," but me personally, I felt like the answer was no. But I think a lot of it has to do with what I allow to slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Planning for me does build anxiety, but I've also had to learn that when there's so many people that I feel like my life and my lifestyle affects, and when you don't plan and you start to lose money, because I think what used to mess me up is that bro, like I used to start double booking shows. Like I started doing stuff, and I'm just like you have to.
That's what I said. Now with my artwork specifically,
it becomes and you know how bad I am with time, but like as you get older, like it becomes immaturity.
Yeah.
Like you not being able to show up at a certain time, or dang, I told you I was going to be here and I'm not here, becomes a form of immaturity. It becomes a form of like, I can't trust you all your time.
Right.
And I think me personally, like as I'm getting older and older and older.
Me too when I was younger. Get to places dumb late. And what used to say is that dumb niggas immature, so they used to get there late too. So I was like, oh yeah, you came on. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Like if we gonna talk about it, it's like yo, have to like I don't really kill myself with those type of things because I like 9 times out of 10. Not saying like I should do. But I've definitely popped out to places dumb late and like. Shit, I'm on time because I don't see the person. The person's coming in, rushing in, and then me, I start acting like, "Yo, man, you type late, bro." That's crazy. Then, you know what I'm saying? They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Nah, it's all good." Because
because I used to.
And I get free food out of it.
Not because you. Get free food. No, because in certain ways you finagle, you understand what's going on. I don't know. I just think,
but after a while, it did start taking a toll on me. Like I'm like, nah, I can't be doing this, bro.
Because it does affect you. Like I think after a certain, like I have to learn. I gotta respect time if I want time to respect me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like time don't. Because there's moments where I'm like, dang, I ain't have enough time to do that. But it's really and truly, it's like I didn't plan for the extra things in my life.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fears, and I'll just be completely honest about this, is just that. I've been reading a lot of books. I've been tapping a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know if I'm prepared or if I plan well enough to lead a family. Like, sometimes you be hearing the whole, like, are you a leader? Can you control your household? Like, can you tap in those aspects? And to certain things, it's like, not even just like physically. I mean, like mentally and spiritually. Because you know me, I burn out. I will give the world everything I got and leave nothing for myself.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, then I'll shut the world off, then fill the cup back up and do it again.
Right.
And it's like, it's almost like
why I keep doing this.
Yeah, like it's almost like I'm learning now, like scheduling and planning is a form of self-love. Like it's like, yo, bro, like if I don't, like how can I want time to love me and I don't love it?
Yeah.
And like I don't take care of it. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like you can talk about love languages and all of that, but it's like,
that's such a conceptual thing. But I agree with it. Like,
because really and truly, it's like all the things that we want in life to a certain extent take time or effort. Right. If it's time, then it's time I spent before, which made me do this at a shorter period of time, but it's still an effort.
I think it's funny as you say, like just even to add to what you're saying is just like it was just quote where it's just like, yo, time could be your biggest ally or your worst enemy, and it's all how you perceive it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but then it's like going back to what you're saying, where it's like what's your, like I said, it's like, yo, you gotta focus on the systems. So it's like, I think, planning, when you add planning into the system, it alleviates that that hate of time. Because real talk is really just the hate of time. It's like it's knowing that we all have a demise to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, shit, I got mad things I want to do at least before I die. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you start to hate it because you're like, now you feel like you got to rush, and you know what I'm saying. But once the idea of planning, I understand planning where it kind of alleviates that like fear of just like dying before you could complete missions that you have, you know, in your mind. But and then after a while, time becomes your best friend in the sense where it starts to teach you that, yo, bro, you're not really gonna get everything you want to get done anyway. So. But take your time though to try to do it, to attempt to do that. And as this is about balance. Yeah.
Yes, this is about
balance. You know, I feel like both mind frames are ones to be like considered, or ones to be like, both of these mind frames, like, yo, like, you feel me, like, yo, appreciate your time, but also like don't make it like everything.
Yeah. Don't be a slave to it.
Yeah, don't be a slave to it. Like, appreciate your time, do some planning, but also understand that, like, yo, you could plan your whole day and
it just doesn't go that way.
You feel me? Like, yo, like a mouse could jump in your car and bite through your drive belt.
Yo, which is
that's very specific.
No,
and I know why.
Specific.
And I know why.
That's adulting though.
But I know why though.
No, but that's where, no, that's crazy. Because we talk about before the podcast, it's like, yo, and it's funny, I didn't get to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I planned my whole day. I plan to go see my mama at 6 p.m., you feel me? But I can't do that because a mouse got in my car and bit through my drive belt.
You feel me?
Yo,
can't do that.
But you see, that's I think that's life, and yeah, it sucks though, because life does suck. Real life, it sucks. You feel me? But that's okay because it's supposed to, you know. But this is the thing; those are those moments. It's supposed to suck.
Heavy back on the. Yo, talk to me nice, yo.
Yo,
like,
fuck that.
Life talk to me nice, bro.
Yo, fuck all that.
Life gotta talk to me nice.
That's your. Until you realize that your mind in itself is like, that's all that matters. The reality is that, yo, sometimes life overrides that. Where it's like, yo, you plan, your thoughts is to do this, but a fucking mouse jumps inside your car and fucks up your job, though. That's how random it is.
Yo, but no lie, and sometimes you fishing for it, but it takes something in life you could find to make that shit make sense for you. Cause I'm like a lot of you, every single time something crazy's happened in my life, I used to get tight, and my second thought is, yo, God just saved me from
I didn't
something.
say get tight.
Like, yo,
what I'm saying is accept the fact that it sucks right now.
But my thing is, like, it don't even suck. It's just that what do I need to be present in this moment doing right now? If this is this, then I have to be present right now.
Yeah,
but it's not about it.
But let's stop trying to fight the feeling that it doesn't. It sucks, and that's our problem. It's like we keep trying to fight feelings of things sucking. It's okay for it to suck as long as you still get it done, because you still appreciate yourself. You still appreciate time. It just sucks right now. It's like the moment that this situation happened, yes, it sucks ass. You accept that and continue going, because why? You appreciate time. Because as humans, we're capable of doing both things. It's like you could love someone and hate them at the same time. Not even hate them, dislike them. My mom told me that, nigga. One day, nigga, I got in beer trouble in school. Hold on. Me getting a beer trouble in our school.
Yo, that was the mom told me that.
Bro, I getting a beer trouble in our school, gang. Beer trouble. Bro, I'm like, I never seen my mom this pissed. I used to get in trouble all the time, but like this level of trouble this time, and the level of piss she was, it was a piss that made me scared. This nigga know I ain't really scared of that much people and that much law. I don't give a nigga. I was on some. Yo. You know when you talk to your mom like that, like,
what happened?
It's so funny. Sidebar, how that goes into how you talk to your shorty when you know she's dumb tight. Shouts out to moms for teaching us that. Keep that tone right there. You gotta learn that tone. If you ain't learn that tone with your mom, you gonna that ass, bro. Yo, mom, like. You hate me? Like I had to just be a baby in that moment. Because like, bro,
you mad at me, mom? You mad at me?
You know how you feel? Nah, because I was gonna ask mad, but nah, this is not even mad. Like this almost felt like you don't breathe
disappointment feels hurt. I'd rather be mad than disappointed.
Yeah,
yo, that disappointment
it felt like hate.
Like no funny sound. It sounds like you're never gonna beat me. Like you're not you're not gonna take nothing away. You're just gonna look at me, shake your head, and walk away. Like take the Xbox.
I started grounding myself. I started like not going outside a little bit,
bro,
like
because it's like
a real
doing
good in school a little bit. Telling the teacher like, just call my mom, because you know what I'm saying. Like, bro, but like I asked her this one thing. I said, yo, mom, like, what happened? You don't love me no more? Like, and she's like, no, I love you. I just don't like you.
Yo, hearing that from your moms is crazy.
But
It's
sometimes
true.
you need to hear that though.
Yeah, and it's like, yo,
Sometimes you really need to hear that though.
That shit hit me so hard, bro.
Nah, sometimes you need to hear that though.
I was so tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, like,
Nah, it's a real.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I kind of understood. It's like, yo, it's the same thing with time and just random situations happening in life. It's just, you gotta admit it. Like,
about to spin that back around the time.
like my mom had to like tell me like, yeah, nigga, like I love you and I'm still gonna be patient with you, but right, I don't like you right now.
like, yo,
Like
move
I
from
don't
this
like
way.
you because you did some dumb shit. I don't like it. I had to go up there and hear them say that shit about you and basically saying it about me. And it's like, nah, like she classed me, bro. Like and I had to hold that. So, because I'm gonna say because like
you
I had to
gotta weigh
really
that,
sit there and
gotta
say,
weigh
yo, you're right. I did do some dumb shit in school that time, like really dumb shit. This time it wasn't just talking, like I'm wilding in there, like you know what I mean. I'm not gonna go through what I did, but
yeah, no,
Yeah, you
I
know?
definitely get what you're saying though. Like going back to like
Yeah.
your original point of like, yo, like just understanding that like, yo, sometimes things in life suck and it's okay for things to suck.
No, that's real. I agree with that. That's okay.
We were talking about that with that book we were reading. What was the book? The book I what was the book I suggested? The subtle
Regular
right.
Thought, yeah.
They have this ideology that like, you know, like sometimes like things in life are like just mundane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's just-
there's no dopamine rush. There's no like, you know what I'm saying? There's no like
if you took
feel me,
that-
hoorah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, yo, like this is
just
a
it,
monotonous, boring thing.
that's just really what happens, and it's like,
And that's okay. Like life is not gonna be fucking dopamine rushes and like, you feel me, like strippers and you feel me, money in the air all day long.
Honestly, that's the
You know
problem
what
with
I'm saying?
society
yeah,
right now.
niggas
Everything
chase
is
it all day.
Everything has to be a dopamine hit. Everything's an
You know what I'm
emotion.
saying?
Everything's
And that's
an
why,
feeling.
you know, the last time when I said, yo, I'm okay with just being understanding now, like I'm just a regular player in the game.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning that, like, yeah, of course, mentally in my mind, like, yo, I'm the shit. I'm Chuck Wolf. Of course I'm the shit. But then, like, being realistic, like my other side of my brain, which like, I can't help, like that's just how I think. Is like when I go out there, like I'm just me in the sense of like,
But do you get stuck there?
nah. Because
Like-
that's what empowers me to always want to grow. Because it's like, I don't want to continue to going through these problems. I want new problems now. Like I want new reasons to be like, damn, life sucks.
Right.
In a sense,
That's another thing. That's
Yeah.
another thing.
Okay.
I want to annex onto that. Another thing is, you feel me, like yo, I feel like we oftentimes have this ideology, like, or this idea that, okay, when I leave this problem, I'm no longer gonna have problems.
Yeah.
But like,
Which is
okay, like, yo,
never-
if God or whoever just dropped a bag of money in your lap right now, $1 million,
Everything's gonna be okay.
everything's gonna change and you're gonna have new problems now. You wanna know what's gonna happen? You're gonna buy a big house and guess what? Somebody's gonna slip in front of your driveway and try to sue you. You know what I'm saying?
Different
Like that's
problems.
a new problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
You feel
fact.
me? Before, you feel me? Like you had a problem of like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
How
there's
am I
a
gonna
mouse
get
in
to
my
work
gutter.
or-
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
100%.
you feel me? But now you got a new problem. You got niggas trying to like sue you for no reason. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right. It's
Like,
just shit like that.
But I
there's
think-
always gonna be problems.
I think
in
adults
every class.
is at a space where you
accept that.
You have ease with what you're dealing with right now, and you also understand there's a lesson in that what that is. And sometimes you're just going through the motions.
Bro,
Like,
you
you're just going through the motions.
You
in that
remember,
shit.
you remember our grandparents nigga growing up, like nigga, come on, like I was like, yo, some fuckery happened to them, bro. And they like, I saw him fuck with that, and then just continue working. Just continue working.
Like, yo,
Yeah, just continue working, like-
life guan.
Yeah, like, just
Niggas say,
continue.
yo, fuck with that.
I fuck with that.
Just continue work, like
working on hard,
and do
nigga.
best
really.
job, but still do the
No,
best.
no,
because they know, like, yo,
I
fuck
think
it.
when
like-
I was younger too, my emotions when fuckery and stuff used to happen,
Yeah.
I used to really stop and soak, bro.
Facts.
And then eventually I start working and be mad because now I gotta speed up. So now I'm mad about the time I soaked and what happened and caused me to soak.
Facts.
So now I'm big man. It's like, yo, boy. You know what fact? Yo, we just keep it.
Yo, let's keep going, bro.
Let's
Fuck
keep
it. Like,
going, bro.
it's like you tight, but it's like,
yo, cause if not, you now.
Sidebar, that's a real life skill as well.
No, for real.
That's a real life skill. Learning how to like work through your problems.
Bro.
It's just like
Jesus.
Like actually
Yeah.
like physically labor through your
100%.
problems.
and I hate that though, bro,
Nah.
because when you actually learn it, and everybody just think you just this emotionless piece.
Nah,
person. And you're like, wait,
I'm
hold
not
on,
emotionless,
bro.
I'm
I'm
working.
just-
I'm
That's
just
a fact.
working.
I'm just
I'm just working while I'm sad.
I'm done sad. I'm done mad right now. but I gotta do this.
I'm gonna keep it fucking with you, bro. And I was writing this shit the other day. It's like, yo, bro, how many times you gonna pull up to the pity party, my nigga? Like, yo, you know the DJ already. Nigga, you valet your car now. Nigga, walk through and like, yo.
This nigga already know you gonna get that double shot.
You know what's gonna happen. You gonna pull up to the bar. The same shorty gonna be there. You gonna fuck your money up that you should have saved anyway. It's just kind of like, yo, bro, the pity party kind of whack now, bro. Just like, yo, just RSVP to your goals, bro. Stay locked in, stay tapped in, just keep going towards it, bro.
Like, yo, channel that inner. Yo, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that inner. I fuck with that. That's needed.
Because certain aspects we talking about, a lot of art or a lot of things in life stem from that. Yo, John, no.
Damn.
Yo, like, fuck, you know what?
Because when you're not, because yo, it's hereditary, bro. Like problems, struggles, are hereditary in human DNA. Like we need that to continue, like to push the shit going. Because if there was no problems, I'll start wondering what's going on. Like, bro, if everything was perfect, I'm like, wait.
No,
I would have to like throw a rock in the ocean.
But that's what we're talking about in the aspect too, where it's like
smooth right now.
Some people,
where the sharks at, nigga?
Some people gonna see obstacles, some people see opportunities, some people gonna see both.
Yeah.
I used to have the obstacle thought process, but now when shit be happening, I be like, you know what, life, I got something for you, bro. Like, yo, hold on, you thought you, like, I'm dead, pussy, watch me, bro. Like, I really be looking at life like,
we just need that.
Me, bro.
Like, we need it.
Like, watch, you think you gonna throw, watch me. Now, it's tough, though, because sometimes God be like, you see you. You think you're strong.
Yeah.
That nigga dump you with some shit.
And again, and the beauty in that,
but it still make you
makes you feel like, yo, I'm still gonna do it though.
I'm still gonna do it though.
You thought you stopped me.
You thought you stopped me.
I'm still gonna do it. Like,
heavy,
bro,
like heavy.
I mean, like, yo, heavy used to be on that. Don't tell me what to do. When I was younger, I used to be on that heavy, but I used to follow that shit to a T. I could be dying. Oh, why don't you just yo stop telling me what to do, bro? And it's like, bro, you're sick though. All right, cool. Like, I'm still not going to the doctor, bro.
Nah, see, no.
But you see, I was heavy on that badly.
No, I'm not jacking that no more.
I'm not jacking that no more.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not jacking it as much now. I'm still on that, but it's like I'm on it more so to the point of like if it makes sense. Like it's like all right. Don't tell me what to do is like more of my like radical like.
But it's almost to the space you're talking about. I'm not being necessarily practical, bro. It's almost like we want to be successful. I want to be successful. It's kind of like we want to be independent to the extent of our demise.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, like there's certain people that if you can't love yourself enough to choose you every day, but then choose the people that's in your life and then tell them no.
But I think
they're there for a reason to a certain extent.
You went crazy just now. Say it one more time. You can't love yourself enough to
choose you every day and then choose the people that's in your life every day just to tell them no.
Now, hear me out.
Like, there's certain moments where you want to tell them no, but there's certain moments where they actually want to be there for you. And they're trying to show you, like, nigga, all right, we all got a self-sabotage trait. We all got to, all right, maybe that nigga bugging.
Right.
There has to be certain people that have to be able to pull you and be like, yo, listen. Like, same thing. What you got so far has only gotten you here. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. No. But to get to the next space, you can't keep doing the same shit.
And
don't go that way sometimes.
But I'm trying to tell you, though, like, a lot of my don't tell me what to do is subconscious. It doesn't even have nothing to do with y'all. Like, it's more so me and myself, like, in my own person's telling myself, like, yo, like, if I feel moments of, like, doubt and, like, that stops me from doing something that's gonna make me push forward, it's like, yo, bro, shut the like, what are you doing? Like, so it's like, for instance, like, I got a job. I hate jobs. You feel me? I hate that. Like, I don't want to do that. But it's like, I keep telling myself that I wouldn't be here now. You feel me? So I had to tell myself, yo, bro, shut the like, stop telling me what to do.
You ever just go on and do what you got?
Yeah, subconsciously, that's my code word. That's my code, not for y'all, because like I listen to y'all. Like I ask y'all questions, but in the sense of like, don't tell me what to do. It comes from more of a place of like yo, I'm owning my like myself in the sense of like, where it's like, yo, bro, like stop allowing your conscience of like selling out or not being practical to get in the way of like. You know, like, yo, moving forward and shit. Like, you know, like, bro, like, of course.
The reason why I say it is because, to Christian's point earlier, just about just language, just switching it. I think, for me personally, I used to be on some don't tell me what to do just in general. Like, I'm going to figure this shit out. Yeah. Now it's more like, yo, tell me what's the value in this when I say myself, or tell me why are you doing this. Yeah. Like, when I wake up every day and I make a decision, it's not about, damn, I don't want to do this. It's kind of like, yo, what are you doing this for? And what is it leading you towards? Yeah. Because that right there is going to be the why and what keeps you going. Right. Because that, trust me, like, you know how I felt when I was like, bro, damn, I got to go be a teacher, bro. I got to walk around and teach these little badass little niggas and shit. You know how I felt about it. And then eventually I woke up one day and I was just kind of like, okay, but you're in this position for what? Right. To get these resources to do these things. But also, that's where you're at. life has showed me that life always gonna add the extra little, you know what I'm saying,
and
extra fries in the bag, bro.
Yeah, and that's it,
like
even
for
with me.
some way, somehow, you go in a situation and life gonna throw a little, let's go to chicken spot, throw a little sweet potato pie in there for you, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a fat nigga, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in the aspects, because it's important. No, because those things teach you more.
Yeah.
Like, you go do something for one thing, but then life give you something else. You just kind of like, yo, dang, bro, I just got the 2 for 1.
Right. No, and I say that in the sense of like living. Remember, I said living practically for like 3 years has shredded that part of me. That was more so how
you felt before.
Before, when I was like literally like working to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
literally shooting.
But what I'm saying is that, do you feel like
now, because I've seen another part of life, it's like it gave me
this random, this off topic, but yo, those really make the noises when you press it?
Yeah. But you need headphones on.
Damn.
You want your headphones back?
Low key though.
You want to clap?
Nigga, I'm about to do a beat on this bitch. Nigga said
Yo,
high
what?
ass beat.
Nigga said they turned the beat off in this bitch. Nah, but overall, I think we gonna wrap up soon anyway. Overall, though, I just think it's about balance, and yes, it's about time and practicality.
Yeah.
I just think that
That was me being a Libra scale, by the way, when I did that.
Libra scale vibes. I guess one thing I'm struggling with, I'm not gonna project it on the listeners or the y'all, is that I think it's tough because all the days that I feel like being practical, I think has almost kind of somewhat taken away from that ultimate you're that guy. Because I feel like I keep on going back into the matrix to assimilate to get these resources. But then a part of me starts to feel like, yo, bro, like, is there ever really a day that you kind of get out and quote unquote do what you say you're trying to do? It's almost kind of like, is being practical 80% of the time and then being that nigga 20% of the time just life? Like, is that just what life looks like?
Yeah, I think it fluctuates. It's not constant. It's zigzag zig. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a straight line. It's just like, yo,
it's definitely not. Yeah,
you go that
I'm
way.
that nigga right now.
Like the thing about
I need to be practical.
You gotta be practical right now. Let me get right.
Yeah, because the thing about a path, and I think we always tend to forget, is that like a path is just a path, but we don't know where the path leading. You just follow it. You know what I mean?
Follow.
So sometimes like you might just take, bro, we human, bro, and that's another thing. We just human. Like in reality, we don't know what the hell we're supposed to be doing. We're
just going in.
We're just doing it. Everything we are thinking is theoretical, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like
crazy,
our only thing to do is to breathe. Like, it's like,
just
and
be
eat
present
and
in
just
space,
exist until you go. Like, but if you want to add things to it, that's when you do other and create.
Because to that point, and it's funny, and like our last points, it messes me up a lot. Yeah. I'll be on stage like that, nigga, bro, but then you get off the stage and your money's practical, and I'll be outside still trying to spend money like I'm that nigga. You feel me? Like, yo, and I'll be like, bro, you wake up the next day like you should have been practical, because practical gonna hit you again.
You feel me?
And there's moments where it's like you turn that on. But then there's days where you just like, now I'm an empanada mama. Like, everybody get an empanada, bro.
Like,
but
I've never been to empanada mama.
Yeah, you missing out. You wild.
It's really good.
Moment of clarity. We're gonna take a field trip to empanada mamas.
You don't see me. You see my hand.
Yo, we gonna go there. We're gonna go there and make sure it happens though. But
I hear it's really fucking amazing.
No, it's amazing. And what you see there for you, especially you. I know how you still, like to. Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. That's a moment of clarity.
That's a moment of clarity,
right there.
Sorry, that was the Pac-Man. That was the.
and we leave Briss on a.
Nigga called me a munch, nigga, in sign language. Nigga called me a munch and they eat in sign language, nigga.
That wasn't my intention.
Crazy, because that literally is munch vibes.
That is munch vibes. I'm sorry. I'm not calling him a munch. My fault.
My boy's a munchie.
That's funny as shit.
My son's a munchie.
You thought I was funny? That's crazy, bro.
Oh man,
yo, I hate that
Balls
song,
with the hands
I
is
ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even. That song is funny to me, but
I love that song. I ain't gonna lie. We needed that. Real quick.
OD,
We needed that.
Her nonchalant energy is what finds me so funny.
Yo,
It's just
shout
like,
out to
what?
her.
Yo, like,
Yeah.
that song is fucking great.
But like, yo,
She
let's
acts
be
just
real.
like a New York girl,
yeah,
too,
that's
like,
why I
all
love
that
it. Like,
energy,
that's
but
why I love it. I love all of that.
Like,
It's not
her
overly
reactions,
aggressive. It's
yeah.
like cute, but like, bitch, do you care about me? Like, oh my god, like
that shit is.
I love that shit.
Yeah, no, she. Yeah.
Don't ever in your life call me a munch. Just to any women out there, don't you ever call me a munch.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Being called a munch is crazy.
Is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
a munch is crazy.
But matter of fact, but women, please jack that term because we have a whole bunch of terms for you, so you need more. You need
y'all
more.
definitely gotta jack that one because you feel me.
Y'all need more. Y'all need more.
A bunch of terms, like you know what I'm saying. Like
I create them every day.
Like, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I be feeling like
some niggas do need to get shamed for their activities, bro.
Yes.
Some men's. Some men them is munches like that's
heavy munching too.
Some niggas definitely got to get shamed for
heavy
being
munching. It's like bro, like come on, bro.
Like, they need
all
a derogatory term.
You just munch all day.
Just yamming poems, nigga.
All day, you just yamming all day. That's what, bro.
That shit
all day.
You do that.
You don't even go there. Like you just yam and cut. Like
yo, bro, that shit is
all day. Like
that shit is funny though.
Like you not even going there.
You see the videos on this? Like niggas at work with suits on this shit.
I'm like, damn. Like, wait, them niggas munches too? Like y'all niggas out here?
That's crazy, bro.
And it's like, yo, look, like I said before, that's a moment of clarity.
Yo, bro, all right, listen, we out of here, bro. That's a moment of clarity. He's about to go. It's a moment of clarity, man. On the left of me, I got.
You already know it's your boy Chuck Wolf on the 1 and 3s, no 2s. Growl.
On the right.
This bitch, you feel me? I don't got a like cool catchphrase, but I'm Brisson. Hi and bye.
And we out.